You um, sit down. So my welcome to all of you. The purpose of this interaction with the press and media is to clearly talk about why Vikas exists, what is the purpose, and you heard Jamna talk about it very briefly. You saw some clippings. Um, the objective is to support senior citizens, people above the age of 60, which is about today 60, 70 million people, growing very rapidly, and will soon probably reach 200 plus million in the next 20 years. So it will be a significant part of the population. And we felt that we needed to create a member-driven organization. So this is actually a member-driven organization. The people who will run this organization, who will be part of the board, are senior citizens elected from within the membership. And that is how we see this organization growing across the country. Vikas will provide services directly or through our partners. These services are organizing events and social, supporting social causes with each other, providing services, bringing awareness to partners that this is a large community that requires special services and products. They require special services and products. Very important to recognize. And I'll just tell you an example of something we are championing, and probably Alex will talk about it more because he personally is taking this up, which is health insurance for all senior citizens, guaranteed health insurance for all senior citizens. We have been championing that cause actually. So, that's just one example. So our objective is to do this across the country. Started in Bangalore. We're expanding now to other cities in Karnataka. Soon we will also be in other states in the country. And the model for expansion is each chapter is created, somebody local driving the organization, replicating what we do in Bangalore in other parts of the country, bringing services to all the senior citizens across the country. Our dream is to make sure that every senior citizen in the country has somebody they can reach out to, somebody that's there to help them, somebody who will kind of orchestrate, organize, and provide services to them. So in one call, one place, you can actually get the support that they require. And for that, they become a member of Vikas. So that's the objective. We have crossed about 60,000 people now, membership, and we hope that it will continue to grow. And, we hope that you will also support in this endeavor because it's a cause that is, I think, worth taking up. At the later stages in life, we want to make sure that your life is as enjoyable as it was earlier, right? As productive as it was earlier, as dignified as it was earlier. And for that, we also need to work together.
First of all, I want to thank Chris and all my colleague board members for creating this wonderful institution. This is the need of the hour. When I used to work in England many years ago, I saw a very contrast picture of electoral outcomes were decided not by the younger population, by the old retired people. So every policy in England was favoring the retired elderly, whereas India is still a young country. So it will not be, it may not take many years for us to become, for the elderly retired people to decide the future of electoral outcome. And that is what defines the destiny of the country. So our idea is to bring 60 plus, all of them together, and try to make their life better. And my expertise is only in healthcare, and my colleagues are experts in other areas. So I am contributing in my own way how we can get better access to healthcare. Thanks to Insurance Regulatory Authority now, they have removed this age barrier. So any senior citizens can buy the health insurance. That is a very progressive step. Thanks to Alex and his team for working very hard in this policy making decisions. Like this, there will be many more policies which will come, and it won't happen by itself. Somebody has to take the lead, somebody has to campaign, somebody has to create the pressure group. And that is the way democracy works. So this is the power of an organization called Vaya Vikas, and we are extremely grateful to 60,000 people who came forward and signed up for taking this organization next level. It is not about just few of us who started the organization. If the mission has to become a wave and transform the country, every senior citizen should become part of it. This is our wish, and I'm extremely grateful to all my colleagues, the board members, and wonderful team we have. They are the ones who really brought the vibrancy. We meet once in a while and advise them, but they are the ones who are really doing the work. And I'm extremely.
Dr. Devi mentioned that we are a young country. In fact, I was in Singapore last week only, where all Asian countries had come, and they were, trying to discuss their profile of healthcare infrastructure. And I presented India's, kind of population and everything. And data was that 50% of our population is below 35 years of age. So we are definitely a young country, and everybody actually was surprised, particularly Japan and South Korea. That is one. Second thing which we learned there was that in our country, well, I represent the Association of Hospitals. We have almost more than 23,000 kind of hospitals in the country. We have 20 chapters across the country, so that we are really everywhere. And when actually I joined this Vaya Vikas, obviously, I found the novelty was that this is a technology-driven, movement, because otherwise you can't reach out to the kind of population, and that is where the expertise, world-known Krish came into picture. Another area is the healthcare. The most important area is the healthcare, beside economic, security, and other things. And that is where Dr. Devi's expertise, Dr. Alex's expertise, and I come as a person, who represent the industry. So we realized that, for example, Japan presented a case. They have got 10.2 beds per 1,000 population. In fact, I was surprised to hear that. India, we have got only 2 beds, less than 2 beds per 1,000 population. So, for example, we are sitting in Karnataka. So we did a study, HPI. This study, nobody has done it, that Karnataka has got the highest number of bed density, 4.2 beds per 1,000 population, while Bihar has 0.3 only beds per 1,000 population. So what HPI is doing actually is working with the government on advocacy. So indirectly, we are actually working for the geriatric care. Now, one of the missions which we have taken along with Dr. Alex and myself, that this subject of geriatric care was not prominently covered in our Medical Council of India, now NMC.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
First of all, I would like to extend my sincere compliments to the wonderful board who have actually conceived and come up with such a unique model of catering to the senior citizens of this country, and as Madam Ravi Kumar is saying, maybe at some point of time even across the borders of the country. And I would like to equally compliment this whole team who's been working tirelessly to make these things happen on the ground. It's a fantastic, very heartwarming development, and in the last 3 years they've done a lot of work. Actually, though we have board members from all over the country, but I must say that I have never seen I'm maybe biased, but I've never seen any other city like Bangalore where we have such distinguished, talented and wonderful people who have always thought of beyond their own careers and beyond their own personal goals.
Thank you, Joyce. And a very good morning to all of you youngsters here. I'm sure. A very warm welcome to all the youngsters who are present here. My colleagues after two Padma Bhushans, and Dr. Alex, it's very difficult to really say what Vaya Vikas is about. So let me try to say that I think we are at the takeoff stage. 60,000 is the base that you needed to build. It required time and team, and cheers to the team. They did a wonderful work. When we started off, we started with wellness because we have all these distinguished doctors here. So we started with wellness. So I said, can't we have well-being and self-actualization? And these guys, the gentlemen that they are, conceded. And they said, okay, we'll include these. And what is so interesting is that, like Alex said, offers buyers for us. I don't think, and everybody relates with elderly because you have a parent at home, you have somebody at home, and you're going to get there soon, sooner rather than later, as Chris said. So I think this is a movement. We are not really, Vaya Vikas is a movement. Vaya Vikas is not an organization. And all of you have to belong to that movement. That we provide dignified life, productive life to the seniors. How do we do that? So Vaya Vikas, I would say, and my colleagues are very subdued in their statements. So I'm the North Indian kind, who would tell you what they would be shy in saying. So we are very inspirational. The canvas is very big. You will understand that the clientele, our stakeholders are very diverse. They come from poor, they come from affluent, they come from rural, they come from suburban. So it's a very diverse stakeholder group. Addressing them is tough. We are very ambitious. We want speed and scale because all of us know that we are mortal. So we really want. I'm saying what maybe was left unsaid by the previous people. Now, what we are trying to do is how do you get scale and speed and sustainability?
ಇದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಆನಿವರ್ಸರಿ ವಯಾ ವಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ 60+ ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಈಗ 60 ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅವರದ್ದು ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ, ಲೀಗಲ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ, ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್, ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ರೈಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ ಗೋಪಾಲ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್. ನಮ್ದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಲಿ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಗೆ ಎಂತ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ. ಇದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಆನಿವರ್ಸರಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಬೌಟ್ 60,000 ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಲಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಲಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ.
ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ಸ್ ಈಗ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ದು.
Chris, I think you should answer.
So the goal is for every senior citizen to be empowered by becoming member of Vaya Vikas, and through Vaya Vikas we provide one advice. Second is through our partners the products and services that they require, including on health. Then we also do advocacy. So Dr. Girdhar Gyani was talking about the need for special care for senior citizens, geriatrics as a field of medicine, right? So we are advocating, we are creating standards for senior citizens home. We are educating people about how to take care of elderly. So not just providing a platform for services, but also creating new knowledge, creating capacity, creating capability, creating the space for government policies in this regard. So all of these, in one platform. The power of the platform will be through the membership. So we hope that every senior citizen would become a member of Vaya Vikas. At this point, it's free of cost. Membership is free of cost, so that we want to actually reach a certain critical mass, and we set a goal of 20 lakh, 2 million people to join us in the first phase. Thank you.